Hi, I'm Jordan, and I'll be giving you a tutorial on the basic tools of Photoshop. To start, I'm going to need to get an image to work with, so I've just gotten here from Lolcats, so I'll just copy image, go back to Photoshop, go to File, New, and you'll see that the height and width are already in pixels, which makes it really easy to do, so just click OK, Control V, or Command and V if you're a Mac user, and bam, you've got your picture there. First tool I'm going to show you is the Move tool. It's really simple. Yeah, you can move images. Congratulations, here's an Oscar. Next is the Marquee tool. This comes in different sizes and shapes. You can get the elliptical tool, single row, the columns are there as well. You just literally click and select, you've got something, hit backspace and you can delete it, or you can fill it with your paintbrush and not go out. It's really handy for like masking and getting things aligned. You can also, if I deselect this, you click Facebook again, hold shift and see a plus comes up, which means you can add more selections. So still holding shift, I'm clicking and holding the mouse button, I'm selecting more things. Again, backspace will delete it all. The Control and D to deselect it. The lasso tool is really similar. It makes selections, but it's more freehand. Again, that comes in different types. You've got the polygonal one, which does it in lovely squares. I'm holding shift here, that's why it looks so perfect, but you can do it without. If I deselect, this is without shift. You can have any shape, it's really linear. And it has magnetic lasso as well, which kind of hooks onto things. But this is a really bad image to show you, but you can see how it's kind of following. If I do an anchor point, it's following the lines of the image. So that's really handy. It saves a lot of time masking stuff out. Next is the Magic Wand tool, which is something which is really good to use in Photoshop. You select, basically it selects one of the color or something very similar to the color that you've just clicked on. For example, if I click this red book, it'll try and select as much of the red book as possible without going into different colors, or this blue binder here, it'll select it completely. Also, if I wanted to get this whole bookcase, I could just click, holding shift and keep clicking. See how it's getting more and more, which is really handy. Yeah, look at me, I'm selecting wood. Control and D to deselect. Crop tool, really good. Say you wanted just a Facebook logo, fit it, press enter, and you got a new document just with the Facebook logo. But I won't do that because I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna go on that tool, it's really confusing. Spot healing brush tool is pretty handy. Holding Alt, you can target the texture, continue, and it kind of mimics it. Obviously you need to keep working over to get rid of it, but there's a much better tool for that, so I'll undo that. Brush tool, really simple to use. Look at me, I'm writing. It works on colours you choose. I wanted red, bam, you got red. The brushes work, you can make different sizes, or you can affect the hardness of it. The lower it is, the more blurred the edges are. Next we've got the clone stamp tool. This is a lot like spot healing tool we looked at, but much better to use. Again, if I wanted to get rid of wrong, I'm holding Alt right now, I'll click. That's where my my texture is going to be coming from. You'll see it appear. See that? You can keep doing this. Again, I'm holding Alt, clicking. There's the target, and that's where it's going to be coming from. I'm covering it up. Now, of course, if you go over the cat's foot, it'll come up. So that's why you have to keep moving. Here's well, the art brushes, which are pretty insane, really. Selecting from this drop-down menu, you can make different lovely things. Look at this. There's dab. Wonderful! Look at that. Wow, the whole picture's gone. How handy. Eraser tool. Look at this. It erases everything. Something amazing about it. Again, you can affect hardness and the size of it. It's a lot like paintbrush. Gradient tool. Does what it says on the tin, really. Makes a gradient. The colour is affected by the two in your palette. So if I wanted red and black, I've got that. Holding shift makes it really straight. You can do it any way you want it. Again, there's different ones. Radial, loads of them, literally double-sided. There's presets you can choose from. The gradient editor where you can move around stuff, edit it. The blur tool is pretty handy. It just blurs things and then see how it's getting really blurred. Oh man, looks like I've been drinking. You can affect the strength, so if you wanted mild blurring, wow, you've got mild blurring. This is oh sorry, on here you have sharpen as well as blur, which means you can sharpen images. I don't know if you can tell for YouTube quality, but it's getting sharper. I'm really overdoing it just to show you what it looks like. And also smudge tool, look at this, really handy. But again, that's handy for like more arty people on Photoshop. Burn tool. Sorry, the dodge tool. It lightens things up. Burn tool darkens them. And sponge tool really does nothing. Can you see that? The pen tool is really vast how you use it. There's a lot of things you can do. It's made for creating paths in Photoshop, which I'll look in another tutorial about paths in Photoshop. But what you can do, I'm just going on paths here and it shows your work path. Let me get rid of that. Say I wanted just the cat, I could trace around the cat really awfully just to show you what it does. Oh god, this is abysmal. Do excuse me. But yeah, say I just wanted the tail or something, I don't know, just to show you guys what it does. I just want the cat's tail because I'm a weird person like that and I cut people's tails off for fun in pictures. Here you go. Now, if we look here at the this window here with layers, channels and paths, there's a lot of selections down here. Things you can do, you can fill it, you can stroke it. You can stroke a cat's tail, how funny is that? Or you can click selection. Well done, you've done selection, a lot like what you've done with this lasso tool earlier on. Selects things. Let me get rid of that. Next we've got text, which is really simple to use. Oh wow, and you can't see it of course, but let me just move it up. It goes on a new layer, let me show you layers. It goes on a complete new layer when you're doing stuff like this. So that's how you use that. Let me delete that. Here's just a direct selection tool usually used for paths, so if I created another path here just to show you, select the direct selection tool and it moves points of the path. Again, I'll do a tutorial on paths, I'll show you what it's all about. It's nothing special, so don't worry. Next here is the basically a shape tool where you can make different shapes. You can have them as paths, which I'll undo. You can have them as solid colours. There's loads of different ones you can work with. They're really wonderful. Look at that. It's an arrow. And what else we got here? Lines, hexagons. Oh goodness. Oh, sorry, it's a pentagon. You can change the size. Isn't that nice? This is a handy tool. It just kind of, you can leave notes around places. I guess it's handy if you're really worried. So yeah, just leave that there and close it. And I've got a little note there which I can open. But I don't need it though, because I know it's a cat, so it's alright. Eyedropper tool. This is a really handy tool. You can literally select colours straight off the photo. Say I wanted the blue on this book. Clicking and holding, I've just selected it, and I can use that as a paintbrush colour, and so on. The hand tool I won't worry about too much, so I'll just show you the zoom tool. It literally just does what it says on the tin. Look at that, it zooms. Holding Alt, you can unzoom out. Also, it does the same thing here on the navigator. You can just zoom in. Tools at the bottom here, black and white, literally just gives you the two colours, black and white, and you can switch them around with these arrows. You can do it with any colour. I hope this tutorial's been helpful, because I don't think it has personally. If you find any help from this at all, then leave feedback and stuff in the comment box. Subscribe, that'll be nice, if you subscribe to me. I mean it. Subscribe to me. Thanks. Yeah, and if you have any problems, private message me, comment me, talk to me. Bye!